Hello, air signs. Welcome back to the channel. I am going to be doing your mid-July readings for the 16th through the 31st of July 2019. I'm going to take a look into the cards, see what's in store for you. Normal spiel if you're new to the channel. This is a general reading, so it cannot apply to everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you at all, please let it go because it wasn't meant for you. However, if it does resonate with you, please take whatever messages apply and whichever ones do not, you got to let those ones go as well. Never give your power away to a reading. You always have free will and can change the course of anything at any given point through freedom of choice. What else? Okay, so this reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So air signs, if you have Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in any of those placements, this reading could be for you. And thank you very much to all of you who have supported me just through your comments, sharing, liking the video. YouTube has been throttling my channel, so I appreciate all of the help that you guys have given me through that way of your support. And thank you to all of you who've donated to the channel or have booked personal readings with me. If you want your own personal reading, all that information is in the description below. I also do coaching and reading combos for further insight and extra guidance on your journey. What else? Guys, I think that's it. Without further ado, let's jump into your reading and find out what's in store for my air signs for the last 2 weeks of July. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to move this over here. We're going to take a look, air signs, into my sacred geometry deck. We're going to pull one card for you. Let's get a general frequency for air signs for the last 2 weeks of July 2019, and we have it already. Okay, we have emergence. Okay, so the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Oh, I love this energy so much, the emergence. So there could be something new coming out of the last 2 weeks of July for you air signs, or there's a call for you to approach it with young spirit in a sense of the childlike innocence and wonderment that really is awestruck, that really, that part of you that exists before all the programming kind of gets set in, all the fears get set in. You know, as children, there's very little fear and there's just a lot of desire to explore and see what's out there. And so this idea of exploration from this awestruck, no fear kind of energy is what I'm kind of feeling is going to be really helpful or beneficial to you for the last 2 weeks of July, or is needed for something that's coming in for you. So I'm going to take a look into my fairy oracle. We're going to get 2 cards for air signs here to give us some more insight as to what's coming in for air signs for the last 2 weeks of July. Oh, okay. We have Taitlin the Sylph. Okay, that's the first one coming in. Something's coming in fast for you, air signs. Something's coming in really fast. She is like, not only is something coming in fast, but she also represents like, if you're going in one direction, you're going to take a quick, hard right to the other direction. And you're almost going to get this nudge to, like, you think you're going one way and it's like, no, take it in another direction. So really fast, sharp turns coming in. So you may be looking at something or working with something or in a relationship that really needs to take a hard right or maybe a hard left. I don't know. We're going to see. But with this energy of childlike wonderment, it's like there's this also, I feel like there's this call of no fear, have no fear, because when she comes in, there's just like, you don't even think about it. You don't have time to think about it. You're just in pure, I want to say reaction mode, but it's not even so much reaction. It's more of this, like you're just going off of of deep cellular knowing. It's like it's when I say it's programmed in you, but I mean it's not programmed in you in a bad way. How do I explain this? Like your body just knows exactly what to do. If you think about it, you're going to get in your own way. You just have to go with instinct. That's it, instinct. Okay, so like it's about listening to your hard instincts, not thinking about it, going for it. I'm getting kind of chills as I say that. So let's find out one more card here for air signs for the last 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, great energy, air signs. Really good energy. Okay. You have the fairy godmother here. So just looking at her, she's holding 2 different things in her hands and she's crossed her hands like, which one do you want? Which way are you going to go? But I'm feeling too like there's bountiful choice here for you. And when she comes in, it's like she's granting your wishes. Let me just go into the book for her, so I see if there's any more detail for fairy godmother. Okay, so she's 25. Okay, so keywords here for you, air signs, are gifts, talents, grace, and helpful lessons. Let me just quickly scan, see if anything's really popping out here. Okay, so she's kind of coming in, so you're getting help. So this talks about like some sort of divine orchestration or assistance is coming in. It could be just through regular people, like someone's being sent to you to help you in some way. But this card always talks about good fortune. Okay, so good things are happening. I'm just getting a sense though, you know, when you think about the fairy godmother, that's such a child, like character or archetype in our fairy tales. I'm just getting this strong sense that air signs, you're going to do really well for the last 2 weeks of July if you can really tap into imagination, wonderment of all possibilities, and knowing that anything is possible really at this time. She offers last minute rescues. When she turns up in a reading, good things may well be happening that we don't think we deserve, or that we deserve but haven't thought to ask for. So something new could be coming in, and this talks to Taitlin the Sylph that, you know, you may be taking like a hard right somewhere that you weren't even expecting, but all of a sudden instincts like, yeah, you got to go for it. And it's also about giving and receiving unconditionally. Okay, so there's a lot of that coming in here with the fairy godmother. So let's go into the tarot and find out if we can get some extra messages here for air signs about what messages do air signs need to know that will serve them to their highest good and their highest light only for the last 2 weeks of July. What's going on for air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's find out. What messages do we have here? Here we go. First one. Yeah. Okay. We have the Chariot coming out here, starting your reading off. Talks about movement forward, very fast movement. Also talks about the divine assisting you. Things aren't pulling you in opposite directions here. You know exactly where you're going. With this card in particular too, it's above the clouds. These horses are above the clouds. So I do get the sense that your movement is going to be facilitated through a lot of instinctual higher self guidance. So being very grounded for this last 2 weeks of July will be helpful to you as you pull in a lot of information from your higher self. There's some sort of like really strong knowing coming in here. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of direction. We've got 3 cards. Let's see what's come out here. Again, wow, 6 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So here it all comes out. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords, okay, that's come out that talks about moving on to something, like you're moving on to calmer waters. You're moving on away from something that was a little bit turbulent. So again, like this is moving. You're a little bit guarded though. Something could have happened though that you feel a little bit the need to be protected or protective over. You have this Nine of Pentacles coming out though that is great energy. And Nine of Pentacles, you know, this is about acquiring all of your successes, all of your abundance through your own hard work and dedication. You've been working really hard on something. You've been working very diligently on something. This also talks about being in a little bit of the spotlight in the sense of, you know, people are looking up to you. People value your input. People value what you have to say. And they come to you for this, or they're looking to you right now. Now, what's come up next, however, is the Tower. And I'm telling you, this to me is speaking straight to the Taitlin the Sylph. Something's coming in suddenly and you're going to have to make like really fast decisions. No time for really thinking here. You're going to have to just go off of sheer instinct. Something is going to be suddenly coming in. As you're making all this forward movement, as you've been doing things successfully. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I shaking? Okay, wrong deck. Okay, let's see here. What's going on here? What other messages do we have for air signs? What other messages do we have? And we have the King of Wands coming out. Okay, so this is about taking action. Something very, something with a lot of desire. There's a lot of desire, a lot of confidence. Air signs, whatever's happening for you for the last 2 weeks of July, like it's going to, whatever this Tower is, it's not going to shake you in the way that, the Tower can often mean like things just completely crumbling down. I don't get that sense. I get the sense that it's just something new is suddenly coming in and it's just going to totally take you by surprise. But you have this King of Wands. Now, it could be a fire sign. You could be having a fire sign that's kind of coming in that has a little bit more masculine energy, not necessarily a male, but has more masculine energy that is part of this Tower moment. Can I get some clarification on the Tower? Can I get some information here on the Tower? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the message that instantly comes in for me with this one is that if something was kind of going slowly, taking its time, this thing that's coming in is to disrupt that, to basically light a fire under it. And that's why you have the King of Wands coming in here. So, yeah. All right. So we have the King of Wands. So this is just telling me that either you're taking on the energy of the King of Wands, where you're going to get this, something's coming in, an opportunity, some sort of sudden change that is going to spark so much confidence in you to take action and just take this like bull by the horns kind of a thing, like no fear. And this is kind of like all of this is really playing in together. So let's find out other messages here for air signs. Like you are being prompted to take the bull by the horns. Okay, what do we have here? Four of Swords. Yeah. So Four of Swords in reverse. It's all about coming out of this restful period, or if you were taking some time out to meditate on something, if you were kind of trying to get some clarity. This is, speaking of that, you're coming on, and this is right under the Chariot card here. So it's all about, this is an action-oriented month. Again, emergence. It's like you're emerging from some sort of like dormant period that was necessary to gather, I think, a lot of information that you needed, or gather some time to kind of rebuild a little bit. Maybe it was rebuild your confidence. Maybe it was kind of just getting your ducks in a row so that everything was in place. However, even though everything was in place, you may be needing to do something a little differently and fast. But I think because you have, okay, we have interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. As I'm saying all this, you have the 5 of Cups in reverse and the 8 of Swords in reverse. So there's a lot of releasing of energy here. You've gotten out of your head. This is like, to me, this is a reminder, like, don't let your head slow you down. Don't let your mind talk you out of things. Don't let the fears and self-imposed fears and anxieties that are actually not existent, they're in your head. Don't let that come in here right now. This is either a message to those of you who let that happen, to not let that happen, or this is speaking of how this is just getting released. This is like no more. This is kind of speaking to the whole energy of this reading. And again, this 5 of Cups is about feeling kind of like grief-stricken, lonely. You may have been going through this. This may have been in your past, where you were a little bit saddened over something that this is pertaining to, this emergence of energy of where you're being asked to really now just go for it. This sort of energy actually may have sparked this period where you needed to go inward and meditate and kind of rest. Can we get a couple more messages for air signs here? A couple more messages. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, justice coming out. So this is about balancing the scales. This is about justice being served. You may be dealing, this is Libra. Okay, so this is you in a sense of, so I'm just getting this really strong sense when I'm looking at her that this is very much you, air signs, in a sense that you are standing there on your throne, and you've got your sword of truth and your scales of balance here, and you are ready to wield truth, wield strength, wield balance. This is about tipping the scales back into your favor, but you have some sort of like, the energy that I'm picking up, whoever this reading is resonating, like I'm picking up this energy of like stealthiness, of like nothing can get in your way right now. You are so locked in on the bullseye, like you are so locked in on the prize, like nothing can sway you out of it. The only thing that's going to like turn you is that instinct when you see an opportunity come in, and you've just got to go for it. Some sort of opportunity's coming in, and you've just got to seize it. And you're going to, I feel like you've got everything that you need to take this opportunity. Oh my God, yeah, okay. And as I'm saying that, the 10 of Cups comes out. This is a big opportunity that's coming in for you, air signs. Something is really emerging for you, okay, that is like, it has to pertain to your biggest hopes and dreams. It's what really... something you've been working towards perhaps for a while, or you've been dreaming about it for a while. This is like your overall happiness, something that really, really lights you up. And it's coming in, and you've got a lot of strong energy around here to help you achieve this. So I think the reason for this reading I'm getting is that for those of you who this reading's resonating for, something or some opportunity, someone's coming in, something's happening that's going to probably take you by surprise, and you're being asked to just go for it, listen to your instincts, go with your gut, and just don't think about it. Don't overthink this process. Don't let your fears and anxieties slow you down, like that Knight of Pentacles kind of energy. Even though it's slow and steady, there's no time for slow and steady right now. You just got to go for it. You got to take the bull by the horns. You've got this beautiful King of Wands, fire energy. You've got all the success that you know you've been working hard on. You know exactly, you've been compiling, you know, and again, I get the sense that it has to do with something you bring a lot of value to this situation, or a situation or something you've been working, and people, it's something where people are going to be looking towards you for either it's advice, or it's they just look to you on how to model their own life. Like they look up to you, they admire you, and so keep that in mind. I'm getting a sense that you are being watched in a good way, like observed, I should say, observed for others to be inspired. So there's great energy here, air signs. What an awesome month for you, or the last 2 weeks of closing out July. So that's all I got for you, air signs. I mean, the reading speaks for itself. So air signs, if you need your own personal reading, all that information in the description below. Look out for whatever's coming your way. Hold on to your hats, because I think it's going to be like a really fast ride for you. Okay, air signs, I love you. Have a wonderful month of July, and I'll be back with you real soon.